Deserve. And this is the word that I lose probably the most sleep on because it's the hardest to define. So we're going to try. What does deserve mean? Deserve. This is from Google. Do something or have or show qualities worthy of reward or punishment. Something no one talks about is the negative connotation of deserve. The referee deserves a pat on the back for his bravery. And this is a verb. I lose so much sleep over the word deserve because it's hard to use in a sentence without changing the definition of it. So, in the example that Google gave, the referee deserves a pat on the back for his bravery. My question is, if he deserves it, if he's worthy, as Google defines it, shows quality worthy of reward or punishment. If this individual, meaning the referee, is worthy of a pat on the back, did he get the pat on the back? Where's the pat on the back? If he's deserving of the pat on the back, where is it? Why didn't he get it? Did he get it? I use the NBA analogy. LeBron deserved to win the NBA Finals. Scratch that. The Suns, Chris Paul, they lost to the Bucks in the NBA Finals. Some will say the Suns deserve to win. Then some will say the Bucks deserve to win. Well, only the Bucks won. So if I say the Bucks deserve to win, well, they won. The evidence is in the fact that they were worthy of because they won. But you hear people walking around saying, well, the Lakers deserve to win. They didn't make it out the first round. How do you say that somebody who didn't achieve deserves? You hear people walking around in the real world, mind you, with Google and dictionaries and thesauruses and all these answers available. Ignorance is just prevalent. You hear people walking around saying, I deserve that person over there. Did they not, or are they not human? I say this absolutely. You cannot deserve another human being. Not in relationship, definitely not in ownership, not in the sense of your company. You can't employ them and say, I deserve to have you as an employee. What does that mean, bro? That doesn't make sense. You cannot deserve another human being who has free will, which means all of them. You can't deserve another human being. And yet you hear people walking around saying, I will not settle for less than I deserve. What does that mean? Especially in relationship context. I'm not going to settle for you because I deserve that billionaire over there. Why don't you have them? Well, I deserve a better relationship. I deserve to have that relationship over there. I deserve that car. Go get it. This is one thing that I usually say to people that say they deserve something. You usually already have what you deserve. It's already in your possession. I currently have what I deserve right now. Now, there is one caveat to it. All the bad things that I deserve. Do I get them? Why are we not? I would argue the bad things that you don't have, and in some cases, a lot of the good things you don't have, is because of grace and mercy. More specifically, mercy. Mercy. Let's say, example, you go to a courtroom and they say, hey, bruh, listen, we got you on video doing the following. You stole that jewelry. We caught you on video, bruh. And you better get 10 to 15 years in prison. We got you. The judge comes out and says, you know what? I'm going to have mercy upon his person. I'm going to give you probation. That person, according to the law, per the statutes, deserved 10 to 15 years in prison. But because of the judge's mercy, they didn't get it. You almost never hear people talk about the negative things they deserve. Only the positive. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to walk out in the middle of the wilderness in Alaska where bears and wolves and God knows what else, dragons from... I deserve to be safe in the wilderness. Go do it. Go do it. People never talk about the negative things they deserve because they're properly defining the word deserve. Because if you thought you were worthy of something, you would get it. So let's talk about the negative things that we deserve. Death. Death. You're not going to escape death. If you're watching this video, you will not escape death. You're worthy of death. You will get it, guaranteed, no exceptions. Try to avoid it if you want. Death is yours already. It's in your possession. It's within your body already. Death. You deserve death. In a previous video, previous live stream, I made the statement and it was wrong. So I hereby retracted it right here. That's why I never posted the clip. There are things in this world that you deserve. But you either already have them or it's probably death. It's probably death. So the statement I made saying that you don't deserve anything, it's wrong because I can find one exception: death. And I couldn't in good faith post that video and say and just like try to add in caveats and clip it down. I couldn't do it. I had to readdress it and say, well, you do deserve things. You do. You deserve death. You're going to get it. 99% of the world deserves pain. You're probably going to get it because it keeps you alive long enough to survive till death. I love it. I see a couple of comments. If they're on topic, I'm going to address them. I saw one. Deserve is very interesting. I watched this commercial that said something like, everyone deserves to reach their dreams. What are your thoughts on that? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You see it in propaganda machines. That's exactly where you see it. Where you have somebody trying to sell you something, somebody trying to convince you of something, somebody trying to pull the wool over your eyes and say, hey, now, you deserve to achieve all your dreams. You probably won't. You probably won't achieve your dreams. The numbers are out. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but the numbers are out. The statistics of you achieving your dreams, they're already out for the most part. The chances of me, the probability of me going to the moon, 0 point, and then all the numbers. All the numbers. If your probability of achieving something starts with 0, that's no. A commercial that starts off by saying, hey, you deserve something, they're probably trying to sell you something. It's just deception. It's deception. If somebody tells you deserve something, it's probably, and I use that word intentionally, deception. They're probably trying to deceive you about something. Being romantic is deception. They want something. And it's politically incorrect to just come out and say, hey, I want this from you. You have to deceive them with chivalry, with being romantic, with being, oh my God, let me just give her some, let me just get this beautiful dinner. And like, just come out and say what you want. But you can't do that. It doesn't, it's not how the world works. So, yeah. For someone to tell you that you deserve something, you're probably not going to get it. You're probably not going to get it. And if you do get it, it's because you earned it, not because you deserved it. And you might deserve it, but it's probably because you earned it. In most cases, the best way to use the word deserve is in the form of a question. Now, this is the complexity of the word deserve because I just used it twice in the last two or three sentences. I can talk about the word deserve, but it becomes a noun. It becomes a thing, a word. I'm talking about the word deserve. That's not a question. But the best way to use deserve as a verb is in a question. I love and hate grammar. You understand? The English language is just, it's off the top. It's just amazing. It's outstanding how complex English can be and how people I see why people miss it and they mess it up is because you can take one word and use it so many different ways and say, well, I deserve to be in a mansion right now. Well, you're not in a mansion. So you're not worthy of being in a mansion because you would be if you were worthy of being in a mansion. You would be in a mansion if you were worthy of being in a mansion. But because you're not in a mansion, you're not worthy of being in a mansion. Now, if you are in a mansion, it's probably because you deserve to be in a mansion. Again, it's complex, but the best way to use the word deserve is in a form of question. If you ask a question and say, do I deserve happiness? It's properly defined, and the answer could be whatever you want it to be. But in the question form, it's all I'm not gonna say another absolute because it's, again, if you put the word deserve in a form of question, it's almost never wrong. It's almost never wrong. It's almost never wrong. If you put the word deserve in the form of question, you're safe in most cases. The second you put the word deserve as a verb in an assertion, I deserve, it's probably going to be wrong. It's probably going to be wrong. So I'll leave that there. Hope that made any sense to you guys, because it made perfect sense to me, but obviously there's always room for growth in terms of articulation.